Hi, how are you? Long time no hear or no see, depends. It's a podcast too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I not her though. I've seen her. I've been seeing her. She's nothing new. But you're new. We're new. It's been a while. Let me explain.
Yeah, I'll let you explain.
Well, we've been having a lot of moving. There's been a lot of how could I say this? Trials.
Mm-hmm.
So please forgive us. But everything has been just everything we've said, everything that we've researched, it's all coming out to play now. People are waking up. There's nothing to repeat. But the one thing we do want to do is bring awareness to our state, what we can do. So we're doing just that, trying to help,
Yeah.
trying to get the kids free. Because at this point, no matter what's going on, kids are still captive.
Well, and everything that happens now affects them, whether now or later. So it's always gonna be about the kids.
Yep, it is. Well, we have some links that we also have on the bottom of the show to go. You can check out your own information, but we'll go over what we can with you, any new info or anything to bring awareness, because that is the goal for this show, is to bring awareness. Now, I'm pretty sure if we know, the military knows more.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're a bad apple, I'd be worried.
Yeah.
Jesus saves, I'm just saying. All righty, so we're doing our first one. This is a respected reporter, Benjamin Fulford. I would suggest to you to take a look at. He's a link on the bottom, and take a read for him. Okay, he gives you a lot of new information. Okay, and also another place is Restored Republic. Judy Byington is a respected reporter. And other than dates, people, because no one knows dates, okay? People are lying if they do. The thing is here is that she's a reporter. She's just putting in what she needs to. So don't count on dates necessarily, but everything she's reported otherwise has happened.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we're saying, you could do your research through her too. All right. So another thing we're going to be going over is obviously our state, South Carolina. What do you think, Katie? What do you think of this state?
Well, let's start off with saying that Tim Scott announced his presidential bid now against Trump.
Yeah, that's a joke.
Yeah, so he's joining the, ex-Trump train. But I'm glad it came out because they've been talking about the presidential debates and stuff, the guidelines for all that, and I cannot wait to see Trump annihilate him. Unless he's arrested before then. I can't wait to see
He needs
what
to be
happens.
exposed.
Yeah.
Okay, when you can't find anything about a person online, okay, because regular old folks like me and you are on there.
Mm-hmm.
So you're telling me you can't find anything on Tim Scott. Everything is just so squeaky clean. Usually means they're not.
Something's wrong.
Something big is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
If you cannot find anything, something is wrong. And how old is he?
Oh, well, hold on. I actually know somebody that knows him. So he's in his 50s.
Yeah, that's true. They
Or
went to
60s.
school together.
Yeah.
He was born in 1965.
So 1965. So yeah.
Well, he went to school.
He went to school in Charleston. Yeah. And I actually know somebody that went to school with him.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, they claim to be good friends.
they actually might be in
Didn't
his
you go out to
60s.
dinner with them once?
I did. And I met Tim Scott. 58. Okay. And I met him in a parking lot. He actually went up to them. They didn't see him first. So it was, and he was senator at the time.
And he's not married.
No.
No kids.
Mm-mm.
Well,
And then you got Lindsey Graham, who has an arrest warrant with Putin. Putin's ready to arrest him, and now it's going international.
What
and-
I want to know is, why is it Putin and not us? He's in the Red Shoe Club. Lindsey Graham has been taking. You see him in pictures with children, with known pedophiles.
Maybe Trump pulled a different card and had to go outside our country because our country's still so corrupt that maybe they had to do it a different way. And that,
Not only our country, not only our government, but churches.
oh, churches. Oof.
Which church does Scott go to?
Seacoast.
Ah, Seacoast.
Charleston.
Guy scratches. Wasn't he on the board?
He was. Yeah.
Better scratch your head with that one.
And they boast about it too. when
See,
he comes.
guys, this is how it works, okay? When you want to cause trouble, you don't want to do it in your backyard. So the devil puts himself somewhere where it's beautiful. And the South has always hated the North. So guess what? And Operation Paperclip, a lot of the Nazi scientists went to Alabama. All right, so let's do our homework here. Where did KKK originate?
Yep.
From the Democratic Party, which was located where? A long, long time ago. Where? The South. Okay, so now, this is crazy, but the South always hated the North, and so that they're going to put a lot of ruckus in the North. But their home, they want squeaky clean. They don't want problems in their backyard. So think about this, people. Where does the devil live?
We have names. We're gonna get to that in a minute. Some of our streets named after the devil.
Yeah. So, and so many people think, oh, South Carolina, oh, it's so beautiful. It is.
Yeah,
The
the
state is
places.
beautiful. This state is awesome. Don't get me wrong. Okay. But we are swamp of the swamp. Now, I don't know which one came first. I believe South Carolina came first. South Carolina and Georgia got a lot of deep, deep secrets.
Oh, they do when it comes to child trafficking too. North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia they're very tied in with each other.
And you need to do your research. Okay, because slave owners, there wasn't many white men. Okay?
No.
A lot of them were black men. And there was like a few women. And they have ancestors. And they own what? Plantations? So you're
plantations,
telling me their master died, he didn't have kids or anybody to give it to, he went and gave it to them?
Yeah, okay.
You need to really do your research. And I'm not getting into any of that, but everybody wants some kind of payback. But you know what? My story happened even more recent, where I had my whole my mother's side was taken by the Nazis. My grandmother was put in the prison. They had a beautiful property. They had a farm. And all of that was ripped away.
Yep.
Because the story went in my family is that there were a lot of Christians that were going in camps. So my great grandmother would sit there and put them, there was an underground place where she would store them and help them. Well, they got caught. Now that's a lot more recent. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have any of that property. None of that got passed down to me. Nothing. Okay. It was all taken down to her rings, her silver, her gold, anything she had, they ripped it away. How would you feel if somebody, you had property and somebody just came up with a gun and said, it's mine now?
You mean what they're trying to do? Again?
Oh, well, let me tell you, American people, you better wake up because it's going that way.
Yeah, it is.
It sure is. Got to fight. And it's not necessarily we need to fight with guns. Okay? You need to wake up and be smart. I like the way everyone's thinking. just boycott. But after boycotting, if the place is apologetic and takes a different turn to change things, you need to forgive too. I'm not all for destroying our country. So, I mean, yes, boycotting is one thing, but if they're apologetic and they're willing to change, we have to be forgiving. That's huge.
Yeah.
Forgiveness. It's for us. It's not for them. Okay. It's to set us free. So anyway, yes, South Carolina, like I said, there's a lot of hidden secrets. It's another swamp place
Well,
along with
like
Georgia.
you said, they do call us the swamp of the swamp. South Carolina is. And it's being exposed, and it's starting off now. Finally, it's our turn to be exposed here.
Well, depends. How deep is this where they'll allowed to be exposed?
I'm hoping they do go all out.
I
This is
mean,
ridiculous.
Katie and I are taking huge risks making this show and exposing. Huge. But see, my God is greater.
Yep.
And this is what we're called to do.
He's
This is
gotten
what
us
we're
this
going to
far.
do. Bottom line. So we've got right here, and yes, you are reading correct. This is a real, this is a real road, guys.
Yeah.
Located in Marion,
Isn't there a church
right next to
right,
it.
right next to it too? Oh, there's 5 in the
Oh,
vicinity.
5 churches.
4 to 5
4
in
to
that
5?
vicinity. Yeah. Devil's Dining Room Road.
No history on it. Why it's named that.
Yeah, there's no history. You can't. We've tried finding it. There's no history, guys. Why would you name Devil's Dining Room? Now, quick recap for Satanists: they eat human. Okay. So when I see something like this, right here, it makes me think. And I could be wrong, but makes me think that there's a lot of Satanists that get together there and have food. And it's a lot of open acreage.
Yeah.
Remember the parties they say they like to have, the hunting parties?
Yeah.
What was the
Hunter
movie?
Hunger Games.
Hunger Games. Yeah. You think that somebody didn't think of this and it hasn't already been done?
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody's about to get a rude awakening and be very hurt. Trust me, I've always known. Okay, I've been saying it. I'm pretty sure I've said it in the beginning of the shows where I don't believe what's his face was good. The Florida governor, Ron
Oh,
DeSantis.
DeSantis.
I never thought he was good. I warned you.
No.
And there's a lot more not good. They're posing as angels. Devil poses. Light. Know this, devil doesn't create one thing though. He copies, he mimics backwards. Children have come back from being dead and they said they walked with Jesus and Jesus showed them hell. And he saw in hell half lizard people.
Yeah.
Dracos, dragons, half, look human and dragon. But they all were walking backwards. These are, what do you call them when they have it life
Near-death experience.
near-death NDEs?
NDE, yeah.
Right. And that you can research yourself. That's just the stuff that I have already researched. So I want to bring light to this because if the military is watching us, if anyone is watching that can help to see, has the power to research, it's a question I want answered. Why would you? I wouldn't allow, then again, I personally would have never allowed Hillary Clinton, being an ex-Nazi family herself in our government, one, and I would have never allowed a bunch of scientists from Hitler to come and reside in Alabama. All right. But it's not about what I want, obviously. We, the people, need to fight to get that back. But, you're not going to go and see, Nazi road. Hitler Road.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, right? So why Devil's Dining Room Road? And it's a bunch of property there that is open
I'm only seeing 1 or 2 houses.
and woods all around it.
Cemetery, I think, and there's
And why do you got churches?
We got a church right there, yeah.
I would never want my church next to that. So I want my question answered. We the people we need to see. We need to know. Can't find anything. Like I said, if you can't find a history from something, something's really wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It's the way I feel.
Yeah.
That could be having their hunter parties
I
there.
thought there was another one. Is that what this next? There's another one in Georgetown. That road, same road. There's
yeah,
another.
they get confusing because you try to search for one and the other
The one
shows
pops up.
and there's like nothing on either one.
Yeah, either one. So there's 2 roads like that somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay. So going into this, okay, what I want to bring up is, okay, there are so many pedophiles here. Okay.
Yeah.
They're, and I'm like, why? And then you've got, they all use this motel.
Mm-hmm.
It's in Florence, off of 95, Hartsville, between there. How can convicted sex offenders use a motel as their primary address? What's going on?
No room number either.
And there's no
No room number.
That's public knowledge.
Yeah.
And then why are so many ham operator license holders in less than 10 miles of each other in Hartsville? It's 52.
That's public knowledge too.
Yes, it is.
You can find that at city-data.com.
Correct. You can find out how many you have in your neighborhood all around you.
Gives you names, who it is, everything like that.
The FCC requires everyone to register that has a ham radio. What are ham radios used for?
Well, they were supposed to be used for, proper communication. I think it was with like with truck drivers and stuff. Was that before CB?
Yeah.
That's
I think it was before CB.
It's almost completely untraceable.
Yeah, our grandpa used to sell them. That's another rabbit hole.
But I got some
But-
news for you. I've got some news for you. All the hiding in the world, they can track.
Oh, you don't think someone's not listening? Come on.
Oh, you guys are so stupid.
I think Scripture says that the devil owns the radio waves
Yeah.
or airwaves, but still it all, and he doesn't like you whether you sold yourself to him or not.
No, he wants
He's
to
gonna-
see you suffer.
he's gonna
He
make
don't
a
care
fool
you're
out of
his
you.
kid. He
So-
wants you to suffer. And yes, he's going to give you up.
And how
Just
does
like
God feel
every
about
one of them
and
gave
how
each
does
other
God
up.
feel about secrets?
God hates secrets.
Have your life out in the open. Jesus did. So you're using a ham radio instead of using your cell phone or an email. There's a problem. What are you so secretive on? Why do you need a ham radio?
Why is there so many in one location?
I saw a
In
street
Hartsville.
that had like 4. The neighbors, the 4 of them.
I can't pull it up because it's going to show names. But
Yeah.
this is where you can go and see for yourself. Mm-hmm. It's just, it's weird. It's not necessary. Why?
Yeah, it's.
Why?
Why don't you want to trace your phone calls and stuff? What's the big deal?
Now I can understand. Oh, emergency, everything goes down if you have, but I don't know, man. It's a place where there's a lot of pedophiles,
Yeah,
and you can go if you visit here, right? And you can go throughout Florence, and you can go throughout Marion, and they go white in the face when you try to talk about Hartsville.
a lot of people do.
They say it's a nasty cesspool. It's really
Cesspool, yeah. I was talking to somebody recently, and he was telling me, he's like, he's telling me this. He's like, you don't understand how corrupt Hartsville is. And I looked at him and I was like, you do know who you're talking to, right? Like, you do know. And he's like, no, you don't understand. He goes, it's not the people. It's the sheriff's department. It's the government, the politics over there. And again, I looked at him like, dude, like, come on, you do know I have a show and stuff, right? Like, you do know what I went through. And, but he was so against this stuff years ago. And then the more it's being talked about and the more it's being shown, his face was like, oh my gosh, like it's everyone's rubbing each other's elbows, or I'll scratch your back and cover up this.
Yes, if you
It's
do your
so
research,
open.
they went to school together. You see the ones that go to school.
And you
We
s-
know there were earthquakes located under and I explained to you, earthquakes
Yeah.
happen many thousands of feet, like hundreds of thousands of feet. Doesn't happen in just 10. Okay, below. Okay, that doesn't earthquake isn't that high up from the ground. So what was going off? Well, there's tunnels all underneath the dam. There's tunnels. Hartsville,
Duke Energy.
Florence. Oh yeah, it's all.
Duke.
Oh yeah, it's
Oh.
all together with
I
Duke.
guess start on Duke and Sunoco. Oh man, that's a whole nother show. I think we did have one.
Yeah, a lot of pedophiles work for them
So
too.
many, and another one just got convicted again. He still works there. We talked about him before. Another crime, and he's still working there.
Like I said, you do not want to take a dump on your own backyard, right? You want to
Well-
keep your backyard clean, correct?
Depends what city you're in.
Okay. Let me tell you what the devil's doing. He's dumping up north, but he's sitting pretty down south, okay? Well, hey, people they can't figure it out. Oh,
No, I
no,
know.
your state. No way. No way.
Not the Bible Belt with the devil's dining room.
I'm sorry, but the devil's going to go somewhere where it's nice and comfortable, right? And beautiful.
Yeah.
So, really, honestly, he's going to mess up everybody else's lives. But when it comes to around him, and when I say the devil, I mean there's a society, okay, that works for the devil. Okay? They look like you and me, but they worship Satan.
Yeah.
We've already said this on prior shows. It's a real satanic group cult is real. And this is how you know you hit a nest, is if they come and accuse you of all the things they're doing wrong. Apparently, that's exactly what they're doing as far as Trump was concerned. Everybody.
Oh yeah, when they flip it
They
on
point
you.
fingers at the innocent and they name their own sins on that person.
Yeah, and even if like you started off with one issue,
They
They
pay
throw-
off judges. They
Woo.
pay off the court systems as far as, oh yeah, listen. I don't know of any police. There are still some, but most of them are Masons.
oh yeah, the firemen.
They take an oath
Yeah, oh yeah,
to protect thy brother.
yeah.
The problem is you took an oath to the devil. Okay? Look and research. We had a show on Masons. There's a reason why usually you find their building and a church next to each other too.
Yeah, or right across the street, or oh man, yeah. A lot of these Mason
Here
places
you are,
do
you
blood
thinking-
drives
yeah.
too.
You're thinking you're worshiping God, and here you are, you're actually worshiping the devil.
Yeah,
Because when you're not looking and seeing, they're actually, cutting puppies at the altar, or God knows worse. Usually, it is worse. It's usually our children.
but
But I want these,
good note.
I want this stuff to be answered. I want to know. I want South Carolina cleaned out. I want to see South Carolina to its top and top existence and to worship the one only God, the universe God, the creator.
Yeah.
So we've got a little story also. Of course, there's so many. This is a common thing that happens around here. They always clean it up. Darlington man pleads guilty to sex crimes. Comments in court upset victims. And you look at the guy. What do you think of him? I mean, doesn't he look like somebody's grandpa?
They usually
Right next
do.
door.
Huh?
Right next door. He always has that.
Oh yeah, they always do. This guy was arrested in 2019.
Clean cut.
Yeah.
He just got convicted. So.
He was arrested 2019 with sex crimes against 5 girls. Darlington and Kershaw County, which Kershaw County is another one. But this is stuff that happened from 2012 to 2018. But this story overall, I mean, this is on WPDE.com, which is a local news station for us. And he's complaining, that guy, Warren, he's complaining that he's tired. He's sick of hearing about this. He spent $300,000 on attorney's fees and he's so worn out and he just wants it over. He has 5 sex crimes against him and he's worn out.
More than that.
I thought I saw 5 in the article.
Convicted in April.
Oh, convicted. Okay. But he's complaining to the judge how worn down he is.
Until Trump gets back in, none of these people will pay, really.
You know what he got?
Because the first thing I would want to know is who is bailing these pedophiles out?
Well, he's supposed to get a minimum of 2 years per convicted crime. So minimum. So he's got 5. They let him out on 5 years. He's got a 5-year.
And if it's with good behavior.
And if he's on good behavior, he gets, it gets cut. Minimum of 2 per count. He's got 5 counts. You do the math. And this guy's complaining to the judge, and they're saying how he's been really good. He's been a really nice guy during all this. We'll take a break on
Good
you.
background.
He's got a good background check. I had a good background check. And this guy, the judge felt sorry for him, felt compassionate, and said, okay, yeah. We'll give you 5. If you're good, we'll let you out earlier. 5 girls, minimum, have been affected for the rest of their life from this douchebag, and this is what
Is
happens.
it Hartsville in Darlington County?
It is. Darlington County is, you got Florence, Lotta, you got a lot of them.
Yeah, he's boo-hoo me.
I spent $300,000.
But meanwhile, those girls,
you got
that's it, they're
permanent
changed.
therapy, counseling, whatever who they've affected around, the families are going through pure hell. I'm sure they're pretty freaking tired too.
I just, and the way they come out too, they're in our schools.
Yep.
Okay, posing to be a good teacher or a janitor.
Yep.
They're all over the place, people. They're all over.
It's everywhere.
People are coming here to South Carolina because they're running away from the North because the North is so bad, they're saying. But that's not how you take care of it. Because guess what? South Carolina is going to change too, eventually. We need to stop it at where we're at. We're called to fight where we're at.
Mm-hmm.
We can't be allowing it. We got to watch these kids like a hawk.
Yeah.
How painful how much pain these kids have. I have people that say, no, don't tell me. I can't stand it. I can't hear how kids get hurt. That in itself disgusts me because you're not willing to fight for anybody and you've just made it all about yourself.
I watched a social experiment online. Long story short, where these people hide off on the side with their camera, and they had one of their kids staging, and another guy would pretend to kidnap a kid and take him down the alley, and they watched who would help. People were on the phones. They watched this guy run up, grab the kid from the back, cover his face, and run down the dark alley. Not one person.
I have seen that happen.
And that's it. And that's how it happens. That's how a life's destroyed. Because people didn't want to get involved.
I was at a Toys R Us.
Yeah.
And there was a mother waiting outside the bathroom. That's why I never let my kids go in a men's room. ever.
Yeah.
It's men's
I
room
don't-
for a reason.
yeah.
So, and they're boys, they're kids.
Yeah,
But
so
anyway,
it's nothing to
she
do with transgender
allowed
work.
him, and he looked like about 10, maybe 9. And there was a man that came out fast, and I was right there because I had carriage. I was right across from her, and he just stormed out, and then she just felt, I could see it. The whole mood changed. The mother just like, what? She opened the men's door and she called out for her kid, and he was crying, sobbing. She ran over to him and found out that he just got raped. She ran out of there and she let everybody know. But back then, I don't know. For some reason, we cared more and we stopped.
Right. You said they shut the doors.
They
of
shut
Toys
the
R Us
door.
fast.
This was like a long time ago. Okay.
Yeah.
My kid was I was pregnant with one, and
this
I
is
had another
90s.
one in a stroller. So they locked down Toys R Us, and they got this guy. And this guy, you know what he looked like? A typical person, like nothing.
Yeah. There's
You would
no
never
look.
know. He matter of fact, he looked geeky. He
Doesn't
looked like
say
he should be really smart.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why people, you turn a blind eye. Don't. If you see someone with children, help them watch
Right.
their
Watch
kids.
behind them. Yes. That's all you gotta do.
What's wrong with that? Just, that's something you can do. Watch the children. Guess what? It's coming to your backyard. You guys, people have done nothing for so long that it's coming to your backyard. The trans people,
Yeah.
we see them all over now.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Before, South Carolina used to say, don't you come in here. All the businesses.
Yeah.
No, you're not allowed in here. That's how they would take care of it. Now everybody's ignoring it.
Yeah.
And everybody's just coming out. And I'm sorry. I'm going to make something clear.
Oh, here we go.
You make sure you get the money to transition properly, because a man in a dress is exactly that. A man in a dress. You look like a dang football player trying to wear a dress. It looks gross. Sorry.
I felt like Steve Irwin at the bank when I saw, a man. It was a man. I felt like, I saw one out in the wild.
I mean, at least
Crikey.
what's the one that all men are the models?
Victoria's Secret.
Victoria's Secrets. At least, hey, they look good, right? Those are all men, people.
He's wearing heels.
It's time to wake up. Yeah. When you see shoulders wider than the hips, it is a man. Just making it clear. And I don't have a problem
It's like
with
when
that.
when
I really
gets
don't.
revealed.
As
Crikey,
long as you
they're
treat
men.
people good, okay? Do unto others as you do unto me,
Sticking out the back.
as I do to myself, more or less, right? Behave. Be nice to people and stay away from our kids. Because if you don't stay away from our kids, I'm going to take your eye out. Don't
You can
come
poop
near the kids. We have so many shepherds here, because I'm very
Yeah.
serious. You don't want to just come up here. You're going to be meat.
Yeah, we got acreage too, so we know how to get rid of stuff.
Never.
I mean, we got holes everywhere here. It's
Yeah,
fine.
right. No, the military is listening now. Oh, we already know all about you
I meant
people.
yeah. I mean, yeah, we have a lot of plans.
We have. No, let me tell you, my life is so open. I don't buy something unless I have some kind of receipt or show what I've done. We're to the T. We are really, really to the T.
She wears her muumuu outside, and there's planes flying everywhere. She's just not. There's no personal life for her. She's not muumuu gardening, like it,
I don't care.
And the fighter jets are like 30 feet above the houses, and she's just, It's like there's that lady in her muumuu
I like
again.
fire jets.
And her 12 shepherds. There she is.
Yeah, they're probably looking down at us like we're crazy.
Anyway.
No, but really, honestly, guys, all we're trying to do at the end of the day, all we're trying to do is make you aware. make you aware so you can fight.
Yeah.
Do not put your head in the sand. Be aware of your surroundings. I firmly believe that schools should have showed that to children on how they can protect themselves and how to be aware. You know, when you play football, okay, you got defense, offense. They need to show that to all the children, really, how to in life.
Yeah.
Because too many of us are blind and they don't see around. And to be honest with you, it wasn't until I did tractor trailing, you know, I noticed that how many blind spots I had. You have to be a defense driver, okay? Because with tractor trailing, you are at fault most of the time. No, it doesn't even matter. Why? Because there's a regular civilian you could kill with that truck.
Yeah.
You have to know what you're doing. You need to know all your angles. Look behind you, front of you. No one does anymore. Nobody checks anybody out. You guys can help by checking out. And you guys can help by emailing us saying what you have found. Maybe you have some special way to look up something more than what I could.
Legally.
Legal for you, maybe illegal for me. But
Black market, everything's like read backwards, but you know,
Illegal. That's not illegal.
depends on who you are.
let us know. Let us know. Or if you know someone that is in the military, pass this along. Maybe there's something they don't know. I doubt it. I'm thinking you guys already know, and you're about to just take them all, rest them all. This is what I'm praying for, that justice is going to come, and they're all going to be taken out of their comfy beds. Yep, with a nice AK at their head.
Yeah, feel free to.
They
email
deserve
us.
worse.
Okay.
Anyway, sorry.
I lost
I'm
my
not.
email.
I will never. Don't talk to me about pedophiles. That is just never got a good conversation with me, because I'll make it clear where they belong.
So our email is justicesanctuary117@gmail.com.
Yes. So we'll end in a prayer, because God knows I need a prayer. We need a prayer.
We need forgiveness.
We
for
need
our
forgiveness.
comments.
We need to forgive the pedophiles after we shoot them. Okay.
In the
Anyway.
leg. You don't gotta kill them.
Oh, yes, I do.
No, never mind. That's a whole nother. It's too. That's quick. After a toe at a time. Oh.
Listen, I'm allowed for my opinion, like you are. And if
Yeah.
you guys don't feel the same and you want to protect them, that's on you.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you that God's on my side. Period. Those kids, what did that scripture say? You harm even one of these innocent ones. It's
Oh.
better to have a milestone wrapped around your throat and cast out into the ocean.
That's what the Italians got it.
Yeah.
That's what the Italians.
That's where the
'cause they're-
mafia gets
They
it
got the
from.
Roman Catholic. Well, Jesus said.
Yeah, because after they sin, well, look at the Roman Catholics. They're actually, the devil took over that church.
Yeah, that's a whole man. We got a lot on that
Peter
one.
started it, but the devil took over it.
Sorry, I started.
And then I'd watch out, because any religion that tells you you're forgiven, just say some Hail Marys after you've killed and butchered people. I don't know. There's something not right there with me with that. Just saying. Okay. There's a medical issue there that needs to be tended to, and no Hail Marys is going to help that. Okay.
It didn't help Peyton Manning. Or Eli Manning. It was Eli. I don't do football. All right, yeah, we'll end.
Obviously. All right, guys. So you go.
Oh, I wasn't ready for this.
Aren't we? We're never ready for anything. We're going to start making this live, because what's the point?
Yeah, because now they have to edit everything, and
Yeah, who the heck
they'll probably end up
cares?
cutting it in half because it's been 40 minutes. So, all right. Father, we thank you for the humor. We thank you for letting us finally be able to come to meet again. You see not just our struggles, but everybody's struggles that's watching. So we thank you for, one, giving us the chance to get together, and two, giving our viewers a chance to watch our video. We pray that this was had some good information for them, did have some uplifting moments, and did bring some laughter and some peace, because we all need it right now, Father. We all have a personal struggle that we're going through, so we need humor and we need to stay connected. And we thank you for this opportunity to still bond with your children that are out there. We ask that you bless our viewers. You watch over them this week or until we can meet again. You hear their cries, Father, and that you will please soothe their heart and soothe any pain that they're going through, as well as us, Father. And we just ask that you please help us get ready for our next podcast. Let it be informational for everybody again, and continue to lift all of our spirits up, Father, as we wait for you to return. And we ask and thank you for all this, if it is your name, in the name of Yahshua.
All right, we're out. May you guys have a blessed summer. Well, hopefully we'll see you before then.